Hello, everyone. I thought I would talk to you about authors who are rude to their fans because someone made a video about that recently, so I thought I would comment on it briefly. I think it is incredibly despicable when authors are rude to their fans because I always like to think about how would I feel if I were in that same position because I think that authors need to be a little more self-aware because it's like I'm sure even the most famous of authors has people that they are fans of and that they admire. Would they want them to treat them that way? Probably not. So I try to follow the golden rule in such matters and realize that that if someone is a fan of you, it's likely because they have been touched by your work. And quite often, when people are touched by your work, they want a deeper connection with you, and as long as it's within a certain boundary parameter, that's perfectly acceptable and all right. Um, this idea that that your work should just stand for itself and that you don't actually have to engage with your fans, I completely disagree with that, because I do think that art is about connection. And so I do think that it is perfectly reasonable and logical for a fan to seek to have a deeper or further conversation with the author. And I'm perfectly open to that. I am perfectly accessible in that way. I am very grateful if that I have any fans at all. And so I am just deeply, deeply appreciative of every fan that I have, although I don't really have that many. And so no, I want myself to be very accessible. Now, of course, there are times, like for example, where because I'm an introvert, where I may come off unintentionally a little standoffish. Or we've all had experiences where we may sometimes say the wrong thing that comes off as rude when we don't mean it. But I am never intentionally or deliberately rude to fans. Unlike, let's say, authors like an author like Harlan Ellison, who was an asshole. I mean, let's be honest. Harlan Ellison, he's dead now, was an asshole. Yes, he was someone who would occasionally, because he was an asshole, say unfiltered things that everyone else was thinking but didn't have the guts to say. But that doesn't mean that he also wasn't a sociopathic asshole, because he was, because any positive traits that he may have had were outweighed by negative traits. And so, no, I try to be accessible to any fans that I might have because I know they would want the same thing from me.